Welcome to the Financial Times. Joining me at London's Guildhall is John Holland-Kaye, Chief Executive of Heathrow Airport Holdings. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Holland-Kaye.
Good to be here.
You're the new Chief Executive of Heathrow Airport Holdings. Can you tell us what your top priorities are?
Well, my overall priority is to take Heathrow from being one of the best airports in Europe to being one of the best airports in the world. And that's about being a better place for passengers, more resilient, better punctuality, better customer service. But it's also about making sure we deliver good returns to our shareholders so that they have an incentive to keep on investing in the transformation of Heathrow.
Now, the big talking point, of course, around Heathrow is expansion. Do you look at this government's indecision and previous government's indecision over where to build a new runway in the southeast of England and despair?
The opportunity here is not a choice between Heathrow and Gatwick. It's a choice between whether we keep Britain as a leading global economy or whether we don't. And the opportunity here is to connect all of Britain to global growth in Asia, China in particular, North America and South America. That can only be connected to through a hub airport. Heathrow is one of the world's leading hub airports today. We should be building on that strength.
But given how politically contentious this issue is of Heathrow expansion, how confident are you that you will get government permission to add a third runway?
I think we will get support from the government to add a third runway. And that's because the situation has changed. There's a better understanding now of the economic importance of a hub airport, nationally, but also locally. We create 100,000 jobs or more today. We can create a further 70,000 jobs locally with an expanded Heathrow, but far more than that, over 120,000 jobs across the UK through expansion.
But is it really politically deliverable? We've been at a conference where we've been hearing at least one Conservative MP speak out passionately against expansion because her constituents living close to Heathrow apparently don't want another runway precisely because of aircraft noise.
You'll also have heard a local MP passionately arguing in favour of expansion of Heathrow because of the jobs it comes with. Far more people locally see the opportunity that will come both from keeping a hub in the west of London, but also from growing the hub.
Now, a third runway would cost a lot of money, £17 billion, we're told. Do you think your shareholders are willing to stump up money for this third runway? And if so, what sort of regulatory regime do they need around the plan? In particular, should the landing charges paid by airlines increase above the rate of inflation?
Our shareholders will back an expansion of Heathrow if they have the right funding environment. They've already invested £11 billion to rebuild the airport over the last 10 years. We're now looking at £16 billion of further investment. Provided that we have a long enough regulatory period, provided we have a rate of return they can achieve which allows them to get either security or a reflection of the risk, they will back expansion at Heathrow. And in terms of aeronautical charges, we're looking at an increase of about £4 over the period for the next 15 years to allow that to happen. That's very affordable for the airport passengers who are coming through Heathrow.
But to be clear, a real terms increase, which airlines probably won't like.
It is a real terms increase, but it is a real terms increase that we believe our passengers are prepared to pay in order to get to the global markets they need to get to.
And just speak of the price of inaction, the price of no expansion at Heathrow. Would it mean lost jobs? Would it mean route concentration with Heathrow unable to support new routes to new markets?
We'll have fewer routes being served directly, long-haul routes from Heathrow. We'll have fewer regional cities being connected to Heathrow. That's the pattern that we've seen happening over the last decade while Heathrow has been full. And of course, we'll have fewer jobs. But the biggest loser will be the British economy. Even in the last few years, we've seen that Paris has overtaken Heathrow as the best connected long-haul market.
Now, finally, you're quite a different character to your predecessor. He's an engineer by background. You come from a very diverse background. You've worked in house building, in brewing, and so on. Do you represent continuity or change?
Well, I'd like to think I offer the best of both. Really, I'm a business person. I've worked all over the world. I've worked in lots of different sectors. I understand how important it is to have a hub airport to get to your global markets, but I also understand passenger markets, customer markets, and the need to make sure we deliver a really fantastic experience for passengers. And that's something that I want to focus on in taking Heathrow from being one of the best airports in Europe to being one of the best airports in the world.
John Holland-Kaye, thank you very much.
Thank you.